Well, hey there everyone, it's Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru, coming to you from my brand new comfy reading chair in my office. It's been a good year for no hassle newsletters, and I treated myself to a nice comfortable chair where I can read all my books. And I'm sitting in my comfortable chair and I'm thinking about the comfort zone and how so many times this year I've had to get outside my comfort zone to achieve the growth that I've seen. And it made me think about, actually, one of my friends, Gina Paris, is a success coach down in Tennessee, and she wrote on her website and her blog, I think it was earlier this week, what are you going to do to finish the year strong? And it made me think about some of the different things that I've been doing differently this year and in the last couple of years. And so, as we approach the end of the year, I want to challenge you to finish the year strong, but also to enable for you to do that. What are you going to do to get outside your comfort zone? Because you know what? When you get outside your comfort zone, that's where the real growth happens. When we stay inside our little circle of where we're comfortable doing things and kind of wait for things to happen, that's not where significant growth comes, all right? Significant growth comes from when you challenge yourself, step outside, do something that you're not used to doing, something that you're not even accustomed to or that you're not comfortable with. Because when you're in a situation where you're not comfortable and you're achieving and you're taking bigger strides and doing different things, that's when bigger opportunities for growth comes. One of the things I've done in the last couple of years, and I continue to do it to this day, is I'm part of a mastermind group. In fact, I'm part of a couple of mastermind groups, and I lead my own mastermind groups. Now, that is one of the things I want to challenge everybody, entrepreneurs and small business owners. In 2010, I want you to get outside your comfort zone and join a mastermind group, whether it's a local group or a virtual group or whatever. Mastermind groups are awesome. Here's how I like to think about them. I think of mastermind groups as like one part board of directors and the other part, one part of, let's say, your peer advisory group. Now, a mastermind group is basically a group of like-minded individuals. Usually it's made up of entrepreneurs and small business owners that come together, whether it's a monthly basis or perhaps quarterly basis like some of the groups that I'm in, and we all share what's working in our business and what's not working in our business. We challenge each other. Accountability is a huge part of masterminding, and that's one of the real secrets actually. When you come together each meeting and report a little bit about what you've accomplished since you've last been together, well, guess what happens on the second and the third and the fourth subsequent meetings? People are remembering, well, hey Jim, weren't you going to do this? Or how is that goal you set for yourself in June? What have you done to achieve that? And after a while, the accountability kicks in. And I'll tell you what, folks, you don't want to show up to your next mastermind meeting not having accomplished what you said you were going to. So it's really good because, listen, as entrepreneurs, small business owners, a lot of times we work by ourselves and we don't have a huge staff. And even if we have staff, it's usually not people that you can kind of share maybe some of your concerns, and you don't even want to share all of your success stories with your staff because then they're going to be asking for more money, if you know what I mean. Now, the real secret to mastermind groups is this. Great minds don't always think alike. All right, so you may think you know what's best for your business, but I'll tell you what, when you're sitting around a group, around a table, or you're on the phone with, half a dozen or 10 different entrepreneurs in different industries, and people are looking at your business with what I call a fresh set of eyes, it is awesome. I can't even tell you how many opportunities I've had and how many ideas that people have shared with me in mastermind group. Because, here's the thing, folks. As entrepreneurs and small business owners, it's easy to feel isolated. And the way I like to think about my mastermind groups is kind of like my own personal dream team. And it's a place where people, they check their egos and their titles and their income statements at the door. And we all just help each other because no matter what we're doing, no matter what level you're at, income-wise or sales-wise or whatever, we all face a very similar challenge. So let me tell you briefly what happens in most mastermind groups. Everybody gets an opportunity, and depending on the size of the group and how much time you have for the meeting, it could be anywhere from 10 minutes to 20 minutes, maybe even half an hour or an hour, depending. Some groups meet for 2 days every quarter, and then you usually get like an hour. But there's a certain set period of time where you report to the group. Here's what I've done. Here's where my challenges are. Here's the things where I'm looking for help with. And then the real secret to masterminding is, after you've said your piece, zip it up and just wait for everybody to give you the feedback, because that's when the good ideas are going to come. Real quick before I close, I want to share just a couple of the things that have helped me in mastermind groups. When I joined my first mastermind group, I'm trying to think now, it was in '06, and there was a couple guys that were really doing some fantastic things, and I'm thinking, how do you get all this done? And one of them says, well, we use virtual assistants. And I thought, well, that's interesting. What's a virtual assistant? And that's when I first got onto that whole concept. Another time I came to the meeting and I said, guys, I've been here like 6 months. You know my business. You know what I'm doing. What areas of opportunity to create wealth am I missing? That's a big writer-downer. I'll say it again. What areas of opportunity to create wealth am I missing? And then I zipped it up and I let the people talk. And these ideas started floating around. And I'll tell you what, one of the ideas that percolated to the top helped me launch my second business, which was No Hassle Marketing. And the business I launched earlier this year, newsletterpostcards.com, came right out of a mastermind meeting. So the ideas that fly around are worth a fortune. So if you're out there thinking, well, I'm going to join a mastermind group. I agree with you, Jim, but I'm going to wait a little while. You can't. This is an opportunity. This is one area of your business where you must put the cart before the horse. You need to invest in yourself. So I want you to join a mastermind group. Do something. Get outside your comfort zone. Go and speak. Speak in front of groups of people. Whatever it is that you feel a little challenged doing, take that bold step, and you too are going to achieve some growth, even in an economy like this. All right? So get outside your comfort zone, but I'm going to stay right here in my comfortable chair. I got some reading to do. It's kind of crappy outside, so I'm going to enjoy the day. Folks, this is Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru, and I'll see you next episode. Take care, everybody.